Hello everyone, it's me, Joshua Smith, and I just recently, a little while ago, saw the Super Bowl halftime show with Katy Perry, and if you've been all keeping up with my show, you all know that I recently did a whole series, a three-part series called The Unholy Trinity of Katy Perry, where I basically go through all three of her albums and talk about them and which one I think was the best and everything like that. And it kind of coincided with this whole Super Bowl performance. And I just kind of wanted to, take some time to talk about the performance, what I thought about it, personal thoughts, personal feelings, and everything like that. So I'm just gonna first I'm going to go through what happened as it happened because I wrote this while it was happening. So I'm going to take you through what was happening when I was watching it, and then I'm going to give you a bit of my thoughts, my personal feelings, and everything like that. So without further ado, let's get this started. The introduction was massive. It had this entire cinematic scene where various items were being like abducted by a UFO and stuff like that. And as performance begins, she starts off with Roar, and what a way to start off! She's riding a giant metallic lion that's actually walking. It's an incredible sight. As she's surrounded by balloons and all that stuff. Her uniform is made to look like flames. And as Roar ends, we go straight into Dark Horse. Her dancers are all dressed up like metallic horses, and the entire floor has the illusion of tilting and undulating and stuff like that. In the middle of that, Lenny Kravitz comes on, and together they do "I Kissed a Girl." Pretty impressive to say the least. It has a much heavier rocking nature compared to the actual track on the album. After that's finished, she makes a quick costume change to look something like a beach ball. I mean, she's not all blown up, but like her uniform looks like a beach ball. And the scene changes into that of like a beach basically. And she does her hit song "Teenage Dream." Although honestly, it kind of feels like it's something out of Yo Gabba Gabba. The whole scene with like the palm trees and the beach ball and all that stuff. But regardless, it maintains a very beachy groove as it then goes right into California Girls. After that, Missy Elliott comes onto the scene and it becomes like a hip hop party as they do a Get Your Freak On, Work It, and Lose Control. Not the most endearing portion of the show, to be honest. After a while, that's broken as Katie then does Firework. And what a way to perform it. You know, she literally becomes a shooting star. She's being lifted across the field while singing and the fireworks are shooting out. Her outfit is covered in bright shiny stars by this point, and the entire stadium is shooting off fireworks. What a way to end her Super Bowl performance. I thought it was really nice. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal feelings on the show, what I liked, what I didn't like, etc., etc. One thing I found really interesting is her not using any auto-tune at all. While it was very brave of her, to be honest, her vocals weren't exactly amazing in any way. There were a lot of points during the performance where you could actually hear her voice wavering. And while it didn't take too much away from the performance, it showed quite a lot that she was trying to catch her breath and belt out her songs and stuff like that. The Lenny Kravitz portion was short and sweet, but I honestly feel like the Missy Elliott portion overstayed its welcome. If they had, just done one song, that would have been perfectly fine, but they chose to do three instead. You might as well have called it, this a Katy Perry and Missy Elliott concert. The Missy Elliott portion did half of the amount of songs that Katy Perry did. Katy only did like 6 songs, and Missy Elliott did like three. So that's like 3 songs that Katy Perry probably could have done, or at least like 2 more instead of like 3 Missy Elliott songs. I would have to say that Roar was definitely the best song performed. It was visually impressive and it was quite a spectacle to behold. It was really interesting to see that Katy Perry, didn't exactly go all out in this performance. That was like the only point where I actually thought that she was like going all out. Besides, the end with Firework. Compared to like Madonna's or Beyonce's performance, which had so much to it, this performance was relatively small, actually. It was appreciated that she did some of her biggest hits in Teenage Dream and California Girls, but the beach scene was kind of silly. Like I said, it really looked like something out of Yo Gabba Gabba. I'm not even kidding. Um, but other than those few things, I really did enjoy her performance. Her choice of songs was kind of obvious, but honestly, "I Kissed a Girl" was a shock to me. I had a feeling that she would do it, as it was one of her biggest hits. but I didn't think she would actually do it because I know that song is kind of controversial with a lot of people. That's not a really big deal, but honestly, I didn't think that she would do it. Although I wouldn't have replaced it with anything else. I mean, the songs that she chose to do were definitely like her biggest hits. Um, so I wouldn't have replaced "I Kissed a Girl" with anything else. So, anyways, it was a nice performance, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you watched the performance too, or you haven't seen it but want to go watch it, check that out. And tell me what you think down in the comments section. I'd really like to hear your opinions, what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like, etc., etc. So we can compare and contrast things. But anyways, thank you for watching this, and I apologize. I haven't released any reviews lately. Um, you know, I'm starting school soon. I now have a job, so it's going to be a little difficult to balance school, a job, a relationship, and all that stuff. But whenever I get a chance to, I'm working hard. I'm in the process of making some reviews. I have one working right now. So please stay tuned for those reviews coming up. I will get them out as soon and as fast as I possibly can. I promise. But again, thank you for watching, and so long.